It's time for Eastmont Wildcats Soccer on the NCW Life channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by The Walkabout Grill in Wenatchee and Leavenworth, Collins Fashions, Town Nissan, and Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge. Now let's go live to Wildcat Stadium for all the action. Alongside Matt Wisen, here's Sebastian Moraga.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Eastmont, Washington, site of today's encounter, and that's putting it mildly, between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Alongside with me, as always, is Matt Wisen. And Matt, the storylines abound. The first place in the league is pretty much set for Wenatchee, but Eastmont wants the winning record. Eastmont wants a better seeding. Eastmont wants to defeat Wenatchee here on their home turf. They want to avenge their earlier loss. I mean, there's a lot to play for in this game.
Oh yeah, Eastmont's definitely excited. They want payback. Like you said, all those things. It's an emotional game for all these players. It's like you said, you can just keep on going. It's been a lot of fun. It was 7-1 last time, and that's not resting easy with Eastmont. They definitely want payback. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be an interesting contest, and we have a lot for you to watch here. We have coaches' interviews, keys to the game, starting lineups, and a whole lot more. You won't want to miss it. This is NCW Live Channel. Don't go away.
Please join us weekly for the 12th District with yours truly, Kerry Condata. Check your channel guide for times or go to ncwlife.com for details.
Welcome back to East Wenatchee, side of today's game between Eastmont and the Wenatchee Panthers. And next to me is the head coach of the Eastmont Wildcats, Coach Radel. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Now, how big of a game is it for you guys? I mean, not just is it the Classico, but it's a big deal for the seeding, for a winning record.
Yeah, it's our seating where we are. It won't change whether we win or lose. But Battle of the Bridges. It's always a big game.
Now, how has the team responded motivation-wise coming into this game?
Really well. We've actually tweaked a few things in our formation that's hopefully going to get us more of an attack going. Our defense has been so incredibly strong all season, and we just couldn't score goals. But you know what? You don't win games by running the offsides trap. So we're gonna try to score some goals.
All right. Now, Cheyenne Chang missed dearly in the last game against the Yakima squad. Is she back today?
She's back.
All right. So we're gonna see some interesting things. Matt.
So, got any good Wenatchee jokes? Okay, just joking. I'm trying to set you up. So,
Yes, I do. Off the record.
You're talking about the offside trap, and you have been living by it and dying by it from time to time this year. Knowing Wenatchee's speed, what have you done this week to try to address that situation?
Well, the thing is, too, with pressing high on the defense, that's something that you can get away with more on grass, where we're used to playing. Because the long through balls that are played on the turf, they die on grass. And so the surface that we play on makes a huge difference, even in the way that we're coaching the girls. But, yeah, that's one thing that's one of the things. I'm not going to give away all of our secrets, but that's one of the things that we've been working a lot on, is slowing down a fast attack.
That's great. Well, best of luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach
Thank
Radel.
you.
Thank you for being with us, folks, in this first part of the coaches' interview, brought to you all season long by TC's Linkers. Rock, bark, sand, and soil. We place the material for you. When we come back, the other half of the coaches' interview and a whole lot more. This is NCW Live Channel.
Have a fun video you'd like to see featured on NCW Live? Email us at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.
Welcome back to East Wenatchee, side of today's encounter between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers. And here we have the second part of our coaches' interview, brought all season long to you by TC's Lingers, rock, bark, sand, and soil. We place the material for you. The subject of the interview, of course, is Coach Springer. Welcome, Coach, head coach of the Wenatchee Panthers. And with a strong season like you guys have you had any trouble motivating the team for a game like this one against Eastmont at all?
No, you never have to motivate the kids to play Eastmont. That's never an issue. If anything, you have to try to settle them down. They always, the girls always get kind of overhyped sometimes for these games, and usually you'll see at the start of these games both teams are kind of playing a little fast pace and kind of hard to. It takes a little while just to settle down, relax, get into their own flow of the game. So, no, it's never an issue. They're always hyped to play them.
Really, even though there's a big gap on the standings, that doesn't come into play.
No, that never matters.
Never.
No, never. No, you would think it could, but over the years, whichever is the better team on that given year, the other team in this rivalry steps up and plays like they haven't all season sometimes. So we used to do that when Eastmont used to own most of our games, and now on the other side, last year Eastmont took us and beat us in a shootout again in a season where we'd been real successful. So no, it's always a battle.
So it's a Clásico. It's Real Madrid against Barça. It's America against Guadalajara,
right.
But here in the Wenatchee Valley, it's Panthers against Wildcats. Matt?
So speaking of rivalry, Coach Aaron had some really good zingers, one-liners about Wenatchee.
I'm sure she did.
So how's your health doing as a team? You've had quite a stretch the last few games coming, and haven't really been able to take any time off. So these girls have been under the fire. How are they doing now?
They really have. I'm so proud of the way they've handled these last couple of weeks. We had those 3 away games in Yakima, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Finishing against West Valley. It was a tough week. And then the following week, homecoming week, with all those activities. Most of the girls played on the Powder Puff flag football team and won that championship on Monday. So they were probably more excited about that than anything we've accomplished this season. But anyway, they had a great time with that. And but again, it's just one more distraction, one more thing going on. And battled through some illness. We were without Allie Rader last game against Moses, and the Davis game the week before, Jaden Griggs and a couple other of our starters were out due to illness. Kenya Ortega was out. So, it hits you at some point during the season. Fortunately, we weathered through it, and we're healthy now. I'm the only one that's sick now, so I got a little bit of the crud. So it's a matter of time before they give it to me, but I'll be fine.
Well, hopefully tonight's result will bring something positive for your well-being tonight.
Yeah, that's right. No, the girls are ready to go. They've had a nice break after Thursday's game. They've had 3 days off. Got a good practice in yesterday, so I think they've got fresh legs and ready to go today.
That's great. Well, I'm sure I don't speak for just myself when I say we're looking forward to tonight's game.
Should be a fun one. I'm really looking forward to it. Good luck. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you very much, Coach Springer. That is it for the coaches' interview. And when we come back, 40 minutes of top-notch soccer action from the Wenatchee Valley. This is NCW Live Channel.
Is your vehicle in need of a quick oil change or tune-up before hitting the road this summer? Stop by Quick Lube and Tune, the home of the good guys at 610 South Wenatchee Avenue.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium and El Clásico del Puente, the classic of the bridge between Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee. It's going to be a good one. Matt Wisen alongside Sebastián Moraga. Matt, tell me, what can the fans expect out of a contest like this?
A lot of emotion, a lot of energy. Not always the best of soccer, just because of those reasons.
Tell me how you feel, Matt.
But these girls know each other well, and I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. Like I said, sometimes they do get a little overly emotional, and their touch can be a little raw.
And it's senior night, let's not forget. So even more emotion for some of these girls. Folks, on your screen, Wenatchee decked almost entirely in black, taking care of business from left to right. And about to start this game from right to left, decked in white tops, red shorts, and white socks, the Wildcats from East Wenatchee. Referee looks at his watch, checks left, checks right. And we're in business here at Wildcat Stadium. A quick run And recovery by Wenatchee. Along the left stripe we go. The quick touch across the center alley. Pushed back upfield, looking to connect with Vanessa, make that with Ashley Turner. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in for the Wildcats.
So right off the bat, we're seeing a new formation from Eastmont. They haven't we haven't seen them play that formation here. They're with a three back set right now, and it looks like they're not really playing a high line. I think they've learned from past experience of playing high lines, respecting Wenatchee's speed up front.
Like we heard Coach say, they were going to not rely so heavily on the offside trap. And now the tradition of starting seniors on senior night about to take a bit of a back seat. As senior Peyton Ruckert has been replaced by freshman Jaden Brown. Quickly, the starters for the visiting Wenatchee Panthers. I'm not going to live that one down for a while. Number 1, Kate Springer. Number 4, Allie Rader. Number 8, Jaden Griggs. Number 9, Emily Coldy. Number 10, Greta Wiersma. Number 11, Allie Flynn. Number 13, Ellie Toth. Number 14, Ashley Turner. Number 15, Megan Milner. Number 17, Ariana Escobedo. Number 18, the goalkeeper, Kenya Ortega. Head coach of the Wenatchee Panthers is John Springer. And now for Eastmont, the hosts. Number 3, Cheyenne Chang, back after missing the game last week. Number 4, Jaden Brown. Number 6, Carissa Miller. Number 8, Alisa Konarek. Number 9, the goalkeeper, Natalia Alonso. Number 10, Lizzie Rodriguez. Number 12, Peyton Ruckert. Number 14, Vanessa Valdez. Number 15, Emma Simpson. Number 16, Maddie Chandler. Number 17, Tess Sparks. And number 22, Raja Abu Amo. A quick run across into the heart of the box. A good move that time by Carissa Miller. Interrupted by the back line of Wenatchee, and the shot from about 18 out and over the crossbar. The starting lineups brought all season long to you by Arctic Refrigeration and Heating Incorporated for residential and commercial heating and air conditioning. Flag was up, I believe.
No, I think she's launched it over the top. Looks like this is a goal kick.
Okay. And now another substitution happening rather quickly. Lizzie Rodriguez, another senior, taking a seat for Megan Chandler, number 19. There's a quick header by Ashley Turner. Bounced off by Megan Milner. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball. Black numbers on a black jersey. Should be an interesting evening for the folks up here in the booth. Ball goes out of bounds once again.
Yeah.
That was Megan Chandler. We are tied at 0-0 so far in this contest. 3 minutes, 33 seconds into this one. There's a quick move by Allie Flynn. Pushed back and up. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Eastmont. Folks, the Eastmont Wildcats showing up to this contest with a 6-6 overall record. Wenatchee Panthers a 10-3 overall record. 9-2 in league for the Panthers, 6-4 in league for the Wildcats. Now the Wildcats putting some pressure now. A quick run along the left side. Carissa Miller trying to penetrate, and the stop by Ortega. Showing off a bright yellow jersey reminiscent of kind of like an 80s style jersey, I would say. I remember in the men's World Cup of '86, the goalkeeper for Germany had a jersey like that, a yellow jersey. Harold Tony Schumacher.
Yeah, that's definitely a flashback color. I like that color. It reminds me of my roller skating days back in the early '70s, and it's looking sharp back there.
A quick push across the center circle. Recovered that time by Vanessa Valdez. That one is Jaden Brown. Brown. Out-jumped by the taller Wenatchee player. Pushing once again is Kate Springer. Raider. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball once again. 5 minutes and 31 seconds into this contest. Wenatchee and Eastmont. Eastmont and Wenatchee. Tied at 0-0. Cheyenne Chang. That one is Emma Simpson. Recovered by the Panthers. Quick recovery job. A good maneuver that time by Vanessa Valdez. Under some pressure there, she kept her cool and was able to clear that ball. That was not easy to do, Matt Weiser.
Yeah, no, the keeper was going down on that, and fortunately, Vanessa did the wise thing and not pass back, because was that Jaden was closing in on that and ready to play sniper and pick that thing off.
There's the throw-in. Milner on the throw-in that time. Recovered quickly by the Wildcats. I like the Wildcats' attitude so far. They're going right at Wenatchee. They're trying to take advantage of whatever opportunity they have, and they're not relying so much, like we said earlier, on that offside trap that so little dividend paid them against the Yakima team last time.
They're definitely more offensive today. They're getting more numbers around the ball in the middle and the attacking third than they have in the past, which is definitely putting Wenatchee under pressure, and Wenatchee's not able to break out very easily.
That was Cheyenne Chang moving the ball upfield, and now another touch upfield. Trying to catch up to it is Carissa Miller, but first on it will be the goalkeeper, Kenia Ortega. Long kick upfield, nice and high. Springer battling with Cheyenne Chang. Chang, no foul. The quick touch to the side. Springer. Tess Sparks, a good move. Into the box we go. A shot across. Right foot, the shot over the crossbar, and almost surprises the goalkeeper for Eastmont. A good opportunity for Wenatchee early in this contest, Matt.
Yeah, it was a really good look. Good turn. Just sat back on that ball a little bit too much, and it lofted on her.
Now we see Jaden Brown getting some instructions from the bench. Goal kick for Eastmont. The Wildcats playing tough. Abu Amu. Good turn. Chipper over the last defender there. Carissa Miller. Pushing up field once again are the Wildcats. That doesn't quite work that time. Escobedo and Springer. Maddie Chandler. Quick touch for Cheyenne Chang. Megan Chandler, long kick up field. Let's see what happens here. Battling for it is Carissa Miller. Bad delivery on the back line by Wenatchee. A good open look that time. Jaden Brown with some room, and a good recovery by the back line of Wenatchee. But once again, Eastmont putting some pressure on the back line of the Wildcats. Of the Panthers, I beg your pardon. Counter in the making. Along the left side we go. Shot into the box and the stop with just a teeny tiny bit of difficulty by the goalkeeper, Natalia Alonso. Alonso. Springer. Past the awaiting Tess Sparks. There's Sparks. She will not be able to keep it inbounds. It will be a throw-in for Wenatchee. At least it should be, in my opinion. We'll see what the... Oh, now. Very, very good decision. A bit of a penny, or a bib, whatever you want to call it, to differentiate the goalkeeper of Eastmont with the black jerseys from Wenatchee.
Yeah, don't put it past any player to pick up on that when you're opposing goalkeeper is wearing the same color jersey as you are, and you've got a long black sleeve, and the goalkeeper has a long black sleeve, referees can't always see where that handball is coming from.
Ali Raider, Mega Milner, Raider off to the races. Ball goes out of bounds. Chandler. Carissa Miller into the box, shot across a bit too long, but a good idea. Trying to connect over there with, looks like Konarek on the right side.
Yeah, a little bit energetic on that cross. If she would have dropped the elevation on that a little bit more, maybe you had a chance to get a footer ahead on it. But I like to pace the ball across the back.
I really like the way that, I'm going to be blunt about it, the way Coach Springer made me out to be a liar, and how correct he was. And I'll tell you more in a second, because here comes Eastmont once again, because he was absolutely correct. Nothing matters but the game itself when it comes to two arch rivals like this. The record, the standings, that's all out the window.
Oh, yeah. That's really the only game when you're a Wenatchee player or an Eastmont player that you circle on your calendar every year. It doesn't matter what sport it is. You're circling Eastmont or Wenatchee. And if you have to choose one game to win, that's going to be it.
Now with Moses Lake building a second high school, word has it that there will be two high schools competing against each other in Moses Lake. We might see some of that as well, a bit of a rivalry between the established high school and the new high school.
I could definitely see that if they're in the same league, if they're both, if they don't drop down a division because they might have watered down some of their numbers.
Talking to a longtime former AD at Quincy, he said that probably it would look like both schools would go to 2A.
Okay. That would be great for that region. That would really be a good thing. Less travel, more rivalry. I'd always kind of wished it'd be possible to do the same for Wenatchee and Eastmont, split both high schools in half, build two more, and bring them, have two in Wenatchee, two in Eastmont, Cashmere, Leavenworth. That'd be quite a
quick shot from the left side, bounces off a defender, and this is finally cleared up by the back line. No, it's still in bounds. It's still in bounds, and now it's Carissa Miller on the last touch. It should be a goal kick for Wenatchee, and the Wildcats seriously making the back line of Wenatchee sweat bullets here early in this contest. 13 minutes, 8 seconds into this first half of play.
Beating Eastmont as easily as they did the first time didn't do them any favors for this game. Wenatchee always knows how, no matter how much, excuse me, no matter how much as a coach you try and tell them the last game doesn't matter, they still remember the score. They still remember they had an easy time of it. So it's human nature to want to take your foot off the pedal a little bit. And hopefully Wenatchee isn't doing that right now, but it'll take a little bit to sink into this game and get it back.
We already have at least one player warming up for the Panthers. There's the header into the box. Shot once again by Miller. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for Wenatchee. 14 minutes, 7 seconds into this one. This broadcast is sponsored by Walkabout Grill in Wenatchee and Leavenworth. Go ahead and take a walk on the wild side. Goal kick. Pushed upfield. Good maneuver. Jaden Griggs can't quite control it. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Eastmont. Folks, don't forget, October 26th at 7 p.m. It's Call of the Wild with Arch Ecker and Bliss Littler, and Clarkie's Corner with Chris Clark. 7 p.m. October 26th here on NCW Live Channel. Ball goes out of bounds once again. A throw-in for Wenatchee. The quick header. Greta Wiersma, whistle on the play. Referee has called a foul, and it will be Wenatchee ball. 15 minutes, 22 seconds into this one. Free kick will be taken care of by Ali Rader, who has quite the method apparently for free kicks. Looking for just the right spot.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah.
There's that right foot. About 5 out of the top of the box. The turn. Miller. Quick ball, 2 offside at the moment. Good effort by Chandler though. That one is Valdez. Valdez interrupted by the Panthers, only temporarily as Escobedo can't hold on. Emma Simpson, quick run. And sent with more urgency than style to the throw-in. I'm going to be frank with you folks, and this is the kind of game I was sort of hoping for. A game that doesn't turn into a laugher so quickly. A game that keeps your attention, that keeps you wondering, keeps you glued. That was my hope. I saw the score of the first Wenatchee Eastmont game, and I was hoping we wouldn't have a repeat of it, and it doesn't look like so far, Matt.
Yeah, some of the other games we've called this year have been challenging to try and stay in the game. So yeah, these games are always much more fun to call, and I think for the parents also to watch, it just keeps them more active.
The quick touch to the left, a little too long for Jaden Brown. And let's talk a little bit, if you would, please, Matt, about the presence of Cheyenne Chang on the Eastmont lineup. This does look like a different team with her in it.
Definitely does. She controls lots of action for Eastmont, and they run all kinds of stuff through her. She's very physical and a very skilled player. So it's key for Eastmont to have her in the lineup.
Flynn battling with Jaden Brown. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball, and it is. 17 minutes, 47 seconds into this first half of play. Wenatchee and Eastmont. Eastmont and Wenatchee. It's the only game of the year when I have to do that. I have to say I'm both in opposite order, so I don't upset anybody that may be favoring one team or the other. Quick run along the right side. Ball went out of bounds before Megan Milner could control, says the assistant referee. And it will be a throw-in for the Wildcats.
And that's a hard line to see. Going out of bounds, the thing is about as wide of a stripe as I've seen on a soccer pitch.
Milner. That one is Wiersma. Battling it is Chang. Whistle on the play. And it will be Eastmont ball.
He's calling it tight tonight.
The free kick coming for the Wildcats. Perhaps he's keeping in mind the high emotion of the evening, perhaps trying to keep a tight rein on things early on.
Yeah, I think so. You never want to see these games get out of control. Somebody get hurt prior to playoffs.
There's the kick. Valdez. Backwards header, and now it bounces off a defender. It goes out of bounds, and that it will be the first corner kick of the game for either team. And it will benefit the Eastmont Wildcats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the box. Heart of the box, the header! And it bounces away. Bit of a tricky one that time. Cheyenne Chang, recovered by Ellie Toth. Simpson. That one is Brown. Recovered by the Panthers. Good job that time. The quick touch. Toth into Eastmont territory. Flynn and Griggs. 20 plus yards. Good move that time. Getting that right foot ready, but just before she could pull the trigger, she got interrupted. Blocked away by Eastmont. Pushed along the left side. Good maneuver. Looking for Jaden Brown to chase that one. Trying again for the Wildcats. Nice move that time. Bit of a individual flair to it. Carissa Miller showing some skill. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Eastmont ball. Ball goes out of bounds once again. Jaden Brown into the box. Miller cleared away by the Panthers. Shot by Emma Simpson. Recovered by Wenatchee. Flynn. Ball goes out of bounds. Eastmont ball. Throwing once again. Konarek. No, I beg your pardon. That is Carissa Miller. It's a 6, not an 8. Ball goes out of bounds. Throwing once again for Eastmont. Top of the box. Shot to the left, cleared away. The quick header by Emma Simpson. Rejected by the Panthers. Trying again is Sparks. Sparks backing up a little bit for Vanessa Valdez. Vanessa under some pressure now. And sends the ball out of bounds. Throwing for Wenatchee, who hasn't had a clear look and goal in a while now. We're approaching the 22nd minute of play. And it's been mostly Eastmont bringing danger.
Yeah, it's been a little while since Wenatchee's had some good quality possession in the attacking third. They could definitely benefit from holding that ball just a little while longer. Eastmont's back line, while they're doing a good job, the support player isn't necessarily dropping off behind the player on the ball. And so with only 3 back, if they get past that first defender, they're going to get in, and it might not be pretty.
You think they're playing it too straight? There should be more like a diamond shape?
Well, they're not really having... So the player on the ball right now, they should have a support player behind her.
Yeah. The shot into the box. And Miss Alonso's going to have to hurry, and she does. Kind of like took a kick to the ribs there, but it was completely accidental. Go ahead.
And so, especially when there's 3 back, they did a good job of getting 4 back and spreading or having some balance to their defense there. But in the top of the defending third for them is where they're kind of looking sketchy. And if Wenatchee can get some more numbers, they can really put them under pressure.
It's hard to do that when you don't have the ball, and Wenatchee has not had the ball.
True.
Ball goes out of bounds.
It's like we have a guest in our booth tonight. Bring a little British flair. So Neil Oyston, Wenatchee FC Youth DOC, Director of Coaches, is here. Welcome, Neil.
Thanks for having me, guys. How's the game going so far?
It's going pretty good.
A quick run straight up the middle. And cleared away by the back line of Wenatchee. Matt?
I imagine you recognize a handful of these ladies you've coached over the last year.
Good to see so many girls playing tonight. Coach many of the girls on both teams.
Quick run down the left side. Good battle there. Miller. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in way deep for the Panthers. Sent out of bounds once again rather quickly, and it will be Ariana Escobedo taking care of this one for Wenatchee. When you look at so many girls that you know, what do you focus on the progress they've made, or do you just enjoy the game?
Absolutely. I think, it's always good to see how much they're progressing, especially as they go into their latter years,
The quick through ball that time. Into the box we go. A good maneuver. Getting that right foot ready. That shot doesn't quite cut it. Recovered by Eastmont, but while the Panthers trying again. Good move on the right side by Flynn. Flynn shot across, and that one dances past the upright. A good effort. And just when we were talking that Wenatchee has struggled to put some pressure on the gate defended by Eastmont, there you have it.
That was a great ball in, and was that Jaden that just caught her on her right when she planted with her shooting foot? It caught her on that plant foot.
It was good build-up play, good little ball in behind the defense. Got the defenders turning back towards their own goal. Unlucky not to score that. Good play.
Now, what do you make of the progress that soccer has made in the Wenatchee Valley from the very little age to these girls right here?
So I've been here about 3 or 4 years now, and even just in the short term that I've been here, I've just seen the amount of numbers increase. It's phenomenal, really. There's so much interest in the game right now, especially at the youth level. So hopefully the interest can keep going and we can keep developing these players. Because that's what it's about, really. It's about developing these players.
A quick run along the right side. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a corner kick. Let's see what the flag says.
Yeah, we got a corner.
Yeah, it's a corner kick. First corner kick of the game for the Panthers. Second overall of the game.
Got a sub coming in.
And substitution for the Panthers. We'll tell you in a second who takes their place as we see Carissa Miller, who's been one of the hardest working people out on the pitch today, having a sip of water. Or, well, we hope it's water. Maybe it's Gatorade. I don't know. We'll resume the action here in a minute. 26 minutes, 42 seconds into this first half of play. And if you are Coach Springer, if you are Coach Riedel, we'll tell you more in a second because here's a shot that goes wide. If you are Coach Springer, if you are Coach Riedel, what do you tell your team at halftime in a 0-0 tie in a Classico type matchup such as this one?
Of course, and it's a big derby game between both teams. Both teams want to win. One team might want to play the more attacking game, one might want to play a bit more defensive, but it's about just girls taking some sort of risk, at the start of the second half, so you can get the first goal and then shut up shop a little bit and try and hold on to the lead. But one team's going to have to try and make something happen, and it looks like Eastmont are on the attack here.
Simpson looking for Jaden Brown. Ball goes to the Panthers instead. Nice heel touch that time. Ball goes out of bounds. A good effort by Jaden Griggs. I like Jaden Griggs' skill. She knows what to do with the ball.
Good solid player. Good on the ball. Confident. Knows where passes are going.
There's the throw-in for the Panthers. Milner. Marked by Emma Simpson. Over there is Springer. Taken back by the Wildcats. This could be interesting if Miller stays on side, and she does. There's the ball for Miller. The quick give and go. Waiting on the box was Jaden Brown. Cleared back by the Panthers, however. No, good effort by the Wildcats taking that one back, only partially, however. And here come the Panthers. The quick touch upfield, looking to connect with Jaden Griggs. Trying again is, where's my ball? Goes out of bounds. It will be Panther ball. Exciting minutes here at Wildcat Stadium.
I think Wenatchee was taken back. I don't think they knew that Eastmont was implementing a new system of play, and so they've spent the majority of this first half trying to figure out Eastmont and how to solve their defense. And if I'm Springer, I think I'm putting together a plan to address the second half. Maybe look to possess a little better in the middle of the field, and be a little more strategic about going forward.
What do you feel? How do you feel as a coach when you see all these girls be so skilled with the ball, so savvy on the pitch?
Well, it comes down to individual talent, and then being able to put that into a team environment and a team unit. Both teams have great individual players, and then how do you combine that into a team strategy and team tactics? And, especially in this first half, it looks like Eastmont have definitely set up in a way that's maybe surprised Wenatchee, and they find it maybe difficult to break them down.
A quick run down the center alley, approaching the box. Blocked by two defenders at the same time that time. Jaden Brown recovering. No. The Panthers try again. A bit of a collision there. Ball goes out of bounds. Referee says corner kick. Second corner kick of the game for Wenatchee. Third overall for the contest. And it seems like the slumbering Panther has awakened.
Yeah, I think they're starting to figure things out a little bit, having a little more confidence. Eastmont put them under some pressure several times this first half, and Wenatchee was a little scared, I think. So now they're finally getting over that fear and getting back into the game. Is this Ellie Toth coming in?
I couldn't see her number, though. Those jersey numbers are really difficult to see. They're very thin gold lines on with a black background on a black jersey. Either that or I'm just getting old. What do you guys think?
It's hard. It's hard to see it.
You're ancient. There's a new color now. It's called purple.
The shot! Go, 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 go! Go, Wenatchee Panthers. It looks like Jaden Griggs. A beautiful right-footed shot gives the Panthers a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, she was all alone there.
Yeah, you got to question the Eastmont defense there. I think good looking ball in. Jaden just appears to be unmarked, and all she had to do was get a foot in it and went into the back of the net. But I'm not sure whether Eastmont were man marking or just losing their markers, and Jaden creeped in there. Good finish.
Shot across now. And this could be interesting. The shot by Carissa Miller goes wide. A good effort goes wasting for the Wildcats just seconds after Wenatchee takes a 1-0 lead in this Classico of the Bridge between Wildcats and Panthers.
Yeah, it was looking like they're going to get back on the board really quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost a good response.
So, Neil, where do you come from England?
So originally from Leeds in the UK. I've been in Wenatchee around 3 years now, director of coaching at Wenatchee FC. Thoroughly enjoying my time here and developing the youth and getting enhancing the game the best way I can.
And what's your vision for your time here? What would you like to see, say, once your time here has doubled?
Sure. So for me, it's just raising the awareness of the game, education of the game, be it players, parents.
Developing a club culture.
Developing a club culture that allows players to come through a system so that we can then put these players where they want to go to. And, for these girls especially, they're looking towards college now, and hopefully we can put a system in place where young players can play a game and achieve their goals. But like I said, in the short time that I've been here, it's just the profile of the game has improved. With the dedication of our volunteers at our club, countless hours of coaching has attributed to that. So we're just going to keep on going with that same goal.
And that awareness of the game, do you think it's a Wenatchee Valley thing, or is symptomatic of a nationwide popularity increase?
You've just got to look at the U.S. men's national team not making the World Cup, and you've got to think it's part of a bigger piece. But we can do our own stuff here in a small valley and keep raising that profile of the game the best way we can.
I got to tell you, I've loved soccer all my life. I'm 38 years old, despite what some people here might think. And nothing tickles me more than to see a soccer story be the top story on ESPN or on Sports Illustrated, something like that, because I remember the way it used to be.
All for the wrong reasons, though, in the last couple of weeks with the national team. But like I said, it's getting bigger.
Yeah. Throw-in coming for the Panthers. 34 minutes, 27 seconds into this first half of play with Wenatchee, after a sluggish start, taking a 1-0 lead on a shot by Jaden Griggs. Would you say that was like 29th minute, 29th, 30th minute or so?
Yeah. I think it was 27 something.
Our timekeeper, Matt Wisen, always right there. I'm just messing with you, man. I don't have the time either.
It was in
So
the first half.
there's a throw in for the Panthers. Quick touch now. Into the box we go. There's a shot. Looked like Springer about first try, but she left her teammate take a shot, and it was stopped nimbly by the goalkeeper for Eastmont, Natalia Alonso.
Free kick in danger position.
It would do wonders, I think, for the Eastmont team to be able to equalize before the break.
If they could get a goal back, they would do wonders.
There's a shot. Valdez, top of the box.
We saw a goal scored almost from there last week, I believe.
It was 40-plus yards easy.
Yeah.
It was on, was it East Valley Yakima or West Valley Yakima? It's
It was West Valley.
West Valley Yakima.
I believe the ball was right on the 40 when she launched that sucker.
There's a throw-in coming for Eastmont. Rejected by the back line of Wenatchee. Battling once again is Milner. The touch for Ashley Turner. Turner, interesting through ball. First on it, however, is Vanessa Valdez. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in for the Wildcats. Ball goes out of bounds yet again. It's like the tale of two halves, but all within the first half. The first 20 minutes, it was mostly Eastmont dictating the pace, and now it's Wenatchee.
They're sending some more runners through, it looks like, and Eastmont's not able to two things, not able to build, keep possession very long, and also not get numbers forward, because Wenatchee keeps throwing numbers at them, even if they're not intercepting the ball.
Free kick for the Wildcats. 37 minutes, 23 seconds. Remember, the clock here at Wildcat Stadium and at many other places stops at 38. At least we don't have the countdown that our friend Matt Wisen loves ever so much.
Oh, I love that countdown for soccer.
10, 9, 8.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that countdown? Do you know what I'm talking about? The one that they use in college?
You'll have to tell me again. You'll have to show me.
Well, in
There
college games, they clock down from 40 or from 45 down. And when it gets to 10 seconds, the PA announcer goes 10, 9, 8, 7. In my opinion, it's one of those remnants from the days where they were trying to make soccer more like other American sports, you know? But it's completely, in my mind, it's completely unnecessary.
It's a continuous clock as opposed to another sport like football or something. And with a continuous clock, it might be hard to bring that into the game.
Yeah, I let it be known that I'm not a fan of the crowd countdown.
Shot across is stopped by Natalia Alonso. Sorry about that, Matt. Go ahead.
No worries. I said I'm a little more old school that way. I don't like Americanizing things just to get the crowd into it, and so maybe I just like the sport the way it should be, and we need to embrace it the way it is around the world.
True story. Yep. Cleared away by Emma Simpson. Off to the races we go. First on it is Ali Rader. Another one of these players who runs and runs and runs and runs and runs.
She reads the game so well at the back there.
Any player that surprises you that you knew when they were littler or younger, I should say, and then so, oh my goodness, look how much he's improved.
I don't want to specify one or two players, but you got to look at all these players, and they've all got individual skills, different skills that require all over the field. But you've mentioned a few. You look at Jaden. You got Alyssa on Eastmont, Ali Rader, all top quality players. I mean, the list goes on and on, coming from our club and developing into the players that we see today.
Beautiful move that time by Simpson. Chandler shot across, and the show, oh my goodness, goes wide. Alisa Konarek with a right footer that goes wide and high, but a good effort by Eastmont, switching the flanks on the back line of the Panthers. Matt Wiseman.
Yeah, that was developed a little differently than I was seeing it, and that ball kind of died a little high for the keeper, and she came out and misread it a little bit, and Eastmont had a really good look.
All right, that was the whistle that indicates that this first half is over, with Wenatchee leading Eastmont 1-0. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll do a quick recap of the action of the first 40 minutes of soccer. This is NCW Live Channel.
Get the fastest internet available in North Central Washington by switching to LocalTel and get speeds up to 1,000 meg. Call 888-8888 today or go online to localtel.net.
Welcome back to East Wenatchee, site of the Classico between Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee, with the Panthers from across the bridge leading 1-0 here at the half. The goal, as we mentioned before, Jaden Griggs in the 20-something minute, halfway through the first half, let's put it that way. A beautiful strike from within the box that put the Panthers ahead 1-0 in a contest that is a lot tighter than some of us, including myself, had anticipated and, let's be honest, feared. Now we're going to have Wenatchee take care of business from right to left on your screen, and Eastmont doing their thing from left to right on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. This moment of the game, the second half kickoff, brought to you all season long by TC's Lingers. No more need for wheelbarrows, shovels, or rakes. We place the material for you. Also worth mentioning, and then some, that today's broadcast is sponsored by Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee. Real clothes for real women. Town Nissan, your local East Wenatchee Nissan dealer where honesty and transparency come first. And Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge, your Town Chrysler family store where people get nice surprises. And speaking of nice surprises, we have quite the battle here between two teams that the last time they met, it wasn't nearly as close of a contest, Matt Wiseman.
Yeah, not last time. It was definitely a 7-1 contest last time, and some of that was in the second half when Eastmont was pressing, and Wenatchee found it easier to get through the back line. But tonight is definitely much tighter of a contest. You caught me on my phone, by the way. I was updating NCW Life, a little Facebook deal for NCW Life with the three strikingly handsome commentators in the booth tonight.
Thank you, Matthew.
The third one, of course, being our special guest, Coach Neil Oyston. And Coach, now 40 minutes. How long does it take in a game like this for you to start, for not for you, but for the team to start chasing the game, so to speak, to play against 12, the 11 against you on the clock?
Yeah, you have to let 5-10 minutes go by. Hopefully the team talk has affected the players that go out there. As the minutes go by, Eastmont might have to take a few more risks. Coach might stick another attacker forward depending on how close the game stays. But within the next 15-20 minutes, we might be seeing those changes happen.
A quick move down the right side into Wenatchee territory. Carissa Miller has to back up a little bit. Tess Sparks trying to connect with Megan Chandler. Rejected by Wenatchee only partially. Maddie Chandler, the shot doesn't quite work. Trying again for Eastmont. Down the right stripe is Emma Simpson. Simpson, shot across, ball goes out of bounds, and the referee indicates it's a corner kick. So the second corner kick of the game for Eastmont, fourth overall for this contest. As we approach, I'm going to have to lean way back, the third minute of play here in the second half. The corner kick coming. Far post. Looks like the ball went a little bit too wide and over and out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for Wenatchee. Let's look at the contingent here, folks. Lots of blankets and thick coats and hoods, but people remaining loyal to their school. And Matt, you made an interesting point. Somebody take the phone away from the man, please.
No, I was always working, I guess. Just going back to the past games I've seen at Wenatchee, this derby match, my own comment was that I thought Eastmont student contingent traveled better across the river than the Wenatchee contingent travels across the river. Lots of stuff can be going on tonight, so you never quite can say that with all confidence, but I've seen a pretty good size Eastmont crowd at Wenatchee in the past, and it doesn't seem like Wenatchee's got that much going on tonight over there.
A quick run, shot across. This could be interesting. There is Konarek. Konarek, the shot, and it misses. Oh my goodness. Konarek with the quick touch to her left, and then the player right there in the heart of the box misfired, and the ball went through her legs.
Just offside there, I believe the referee called. That was that one thing I was talking about, being patient when they get their chances, and definitely a golden look right there.
Now, do we have new goalkeepers in the second half from the looks of it?
I think Cora Fry for East Wenatchee, and then Aaron.
For Wenatchee.
And then Aaron for Wenatchee.
Oh, yeah, it is Cora for East Wenatchee.
But a good breakaway there from Eastmont. That's what Eastmont have got to do. They've got to win the ball quickly, and on transition try and hit the Wenatchee back line. And within this new formation, East Wenatchee have got two wing backs who can create the width going forward, and that's what East Wenatchee have got to do and keep doing if they're going to get back in the game.
The ball on the feet of Vanessa Valdez, connecting with Konarek. Swinging right foot that time. Off to the races we go. Carissa Miller sent out with more urgency than style by the back line of the Panthers. 45 minutes, 30 seconds into this contest. So 5.5 minutes into the second half. Throw-in for Eastmont. Konarek. The quick touch for Emma Simpson. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in once again for the Wildcats. Konarek. The turn. Shot and goes wide at the upright. And another good opportunity for Eastmont. We're seeing the same we saw in the first half with Eastmont off to a quick start here, folks.
They're sending that ball right across the middle, and someone's not picking her up, and they've had a few just really good looks right there for shots. And fortunately for Wenatchee, Eastmont just hasn't dialed it in yet, but they're living dangerously.
Springer. Recovered by the Wildcats. Megan Chandler. Taken back by the Panthers. Good effort on defense by the Wildcats. Sparks battling it out, sending it into Wenatchee territory. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball on that throw-in. Whistle on the play. Referee relocates that player.
Been a good positive start from East Wenatchee. Hopefully they can put the pressure on and get something out of it.
Battling across midfield, back and forth. Now into Wenatchee territory. Asking for it on the right side was Konarek. First on it are the Panthers. The through ball that almost works. Finally caught up with it. Nice job that time by Griggs. Griggs shot into the box, getting that left foot ready. And the stop by Cora Fry. Trying again from about 20 plus yards out, and Cora Fry watches it sail by past the upright. Speaking of living dangerously, a bit of dangerous living on the Eastmont side that time, folks.
Good little combination there from Wenatchee down the left wing on top of the box. I think it was a slight deflection through, and ultimately a good save there from Cora Fry, who was quick off a line and downside the angle and got a good touch to it.
Cora Fry. Let's not forget a freshman, so the future looks bright for the gate of the Wildcats. A good move that time. And speaking of that, let's see what happens here. Goal, 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 goal. Goal for the Wenatchee Panthers. A brilliant save by Cora Fry on the first try, but the second try, not a major problem for Wenatchee.
Yeah, that brought Wenatchee's few traveling squad to life now. They're finding their voices over there. That was a screaming ball in. That pass in was
ball in,
that was as good as it gets.
Eastmont slow to react there. After the save from Cora Fry, you would be expecting the defenders to come and help and try and clear the ball, but Jaden was first to react and managed to get the finish in on at the second try.
So that's the second goal for Jaden Griggs. In the 48th minute of play, she has a brace. A quick run, nice move along the right side. Shot across. The shot and an interesting bounce that troubles the goalkeeper a little bit. A good effort by Megan Chandler and an even finer effort by the goalkeeper, Erin Amold.
Good play down there, the right-hand side. That's what Eastmont have got to try and do if they're going to get it back into the game.
Through ball that time on the right side. Shot across doesn't come up. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a corner kick, and it is. So the third corner kick of the game for Wenatchee. First of the half for the Panthers, and fifth one overall for both squads. There's the shot. Far post. The header goes over the crossbar. So a 2-0 lead here early on in the second half for the Wenatchee Panthers.
There's another free header there for Greta, and kind of a mirror image of the first Wenatchee goal where a player was left unmarked inside the box. And unfortunately for Wenatchee that time, couldn't capitalize on a free header.
Defensive maneuver for Tess Sparks. Doesn't quite work. Into the box goes Wenatchee. The right-footed shot, and it dances in front of the goal, and it goes wide. So Wenatchee looking to put this one away in as quickly a fashion as possible here, leading 2-0. Early in the second half. This moment of the game brought to you by First Choice Collision Center, Heritage Memorial Chapel, and Wenatchee Racquet and Athletic Club, all distinguished sponsors of NCW Live Channel Sports. Free kick for Eastmont. .51 minutes, 21 seconds into this one, with Wenatchee leading 2-0. Valdez. Abuamu. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball, and we have a substitution coming for Wenatchee.
So Eastmont kind of slowing down off the ball, it looks like. They're not really giving them many opportunities, and they're just giving them those long balls down the side to play. Maybe you're seeing that too, Neil.
I think the second goal kind of killed a little bit of confidence, and I think first 5 minutes of the second half, I think, Eastmont put the pressure on and looked to get some good looks, but that second goal killed a bit of confidence back there for the East Wenatchee girls.
Kind of took the wind out of our sails a little bit.
And you can do that, when you're pressing for a game, you're looking to get back in the game, and when the second goal goes in, it's backs up against the wall. But Eastmont just got to keep going, keep getting confidence, keep trying to play combinations, and try to get something from the game.
Springer and Flynn. The shot goes wide. It will be a goal kick for Eastmont. Next up for our schedule of sports at 7:15 p.m. October 26th, Merit at Wenatchee Wild, a repeat of the October 14th game with Arch Ecker. Then on Friday, October 27th, 6:30 p.m. The Bridge of Sportsmanship pregame show live with Eric Granstrom and Grant Olson. A quick mixer in the heart of the box, and it goes wide. And flag was up. No, the referee just indicates a goal kick. And then, of course, Friday, October 27th, the Battle of the Bridge, 7 p.m. Eastmont at Wenatchee football live with Ian Dunn and Mark Miller.
Not very compact back there, right? That defending third, and Wenatchee's starting to slice through that back line.
Yeah, when you're playing with the back three, it's hard to stay compact when you're chasing the game like that. And looks like Wenatchee trying to put the pressure on to kind of kill this game off.
Bit of a late call there, a handball for Eastmont. It will be indirect free kick for the Wildcats. Referee doing a good job so far, I think, calling this game. We were mentioning how he was keeping a tight rein on things, and so far it's paid up. And there's the shot over the crossbar. Interesting effort, but not a major problem for Aaron Arnold. Folks, on Saturday, October 28th at 2 p.m., West Valley at Eastmont Soccer from the October 17 repeat of the game with our friend here, Matt Wyson, and yours truly on the call. And at 7 p.m., Moses Lake at Eastmont football from September 22nd with Grant Olson and Eric Granstrom on the call. A quick run along the left side. Cora Fry calling for it before the Panthers can catch up with it. And Cora Fry now puts it back into play. 2-0 lead for Wenatchee. 54 minutes, 54 seconds into this one. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in for Eastmont. Cleared back by the Panthers. Ball goes out of bounds. Eastmont on the throw-in once again. Taken back by the Panthers. Vanessa Valdez. Carissa Miller. Toth. Escobedo. Double team quickly. Triple team, actually. Pushed upfield by Emma Simpson. Recovered by the Panthers. Across midfield we go. Another heel touch by Jaden Griggs. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Panther ball, in my opinion. And let's see what the referee says. There were both. One referee is pointing one direction. The other referee was pointing another direction. It will be Eastmont ball ultimately on a free kick. 56 minutes into it. Quick substitution coming. It looks like Lizzie Rodriguez, who started this game, his senior night, is getting ready to go in. Griggs. Rejected by Valdez. Trying again is Raider. Recovered for the Wildcats by Jaden Brown. The Panthers ultimately prevailing on that one. Springer. Long kick upfield. Opening the game up for Ashley Turner. Turner. Backing up a little bit. There's the turn. Battling it out with Brown, it looks like. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls it. It will be Wenatchee ball. 57 minutes, 5 seconds into this one.
We're going to get a card off the ball.
Yep, there's going to be a yellow card for 2 players, it looks like. Is it one for each? Because I can only tell that it was one for a Wenatchee player, but I could not tell the second one. I think, yep, it's going to be one for each team. Jaden Griggs got carded, and so did Alisa Konarik, it looks like.
That came in off the AR's call there. These referees are mic'd up, and so the AR is talking to the center right now. You can see he's putting his finger to his ear. So something was going on off the ball. I didn't really see much.
How new is this rule that a player who gets a yellow card has to exit the game?
I don't know. I don't. It's not a FIFA rule.
No, that's for sure. It's not
a rule, but
yeah.
Sometimes referees can ask them to leave if they think it's going to get heated and they won't keep their composure, and they'll just.
There's
go right
a left-footed shot across the face of the goal, and it goes out of bounds. Sorry about that, Matt. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I've seen referees ask players to leave the field without carding them, to give them a chance to cool down, so they don't have to take any more action. But I don't know if it's necessarily a rule.
Yeah, it's not a FIFA rule. It's I think, as Alyssa comes back on the field, I think, I'm not sure how long they have to be off for, but the referees obviously decided that both players have to exit the field for a period of time and to cool down a little bit.
There's the kick by the Wildcats, recovered by Wenatchee. Maggie Miller opening the game up to the right side, back towards the center alley. Good touch for Escobedo. Escobedo, good into the box. Cleared away partially by the Wildcats. Battling is Tess Sparks. And now it's Vanessa Valdez. There's Valdez clearing it out of bounds. Throwing for Wenatchee. And the Wildcats seem to have lost a bit of their way. They don't seem to have the same clarity on the ball that they had earlier in the first half. Is it because of the tired legs? Are they feeling the pressure of the clock?
Obviously, they're camped in their own half, and obviously when they win the ball, they're just giving possession away too easy. I mean, just an example there. When Eastmont, when they win the ball, they've got to keep the ball for a period of time, so then they can get their forward players into advanced areas, and they're just not keeping the ball long enough to be able to do that. And with constant Wenatchee pressure, I think they're finding it difficult to get out.
Quick run along the right side, interrupted by Tess Sparks. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Wenatchee. There's the quick header. Trying again for the Panthers is Turner. Cleared away and sent out of bounds by the Wildcats. Throw in for Wenatchee. Quick run down the left side by Konarek. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Wenatchee ball. Game turned a little choppy here.
Eastmont's feeling that 2-goal deficit now and it's getting into the 61st minute of the game, and probably losing a little bit of focus on what their game plan is. Talking to Erin pregame, she wasn't ultimately concerned. I mean, of course she wants to beat Wenatchee, but concerned about winning tonight. She wanted to use this again as another training night.
As a learning experience,
under pressure, so she can go into playoffs with this formation more refined. And they've had definitely success.
Foul called on the Wenatchee Panthers. It will be Eastmont Wildcat ball. Matt?
I mean, they've had success tonight, and I would just keep them going with what their game plan was, and try and keep their energy up and not overly concerned about the scoreline of this game.
Whistle on the play. This is not an injury, folks, but if it was an injury, I would tell you all about Wenatchee's premier treatment center for all sports-related injuries. That is Confluence Health, another proud sponsor of NCW Live Channel Sports. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for the Panthers. 62 minutes, 12 seconds into this one. A couple more things on the docket for our audience. On Sunday, October 29th at noon, we will have the October 24th game between Wenatchee and Eastmont. So today's game will be replayed on October 29th. 2 p.m., Vernon at Wenatchee Wild, a hockey game with Arch Ecker from October 11th. At 5 p.m., West Valley at Wenatchee Soccer from the 5th of October with Eric Granstrom and Matt Wisen on the call. And at 7 p.m., the October 20th game between Wenatchee and Moses Lake. A football game with Ian Dunn and Mark Miller on the call. And finally, October 31st at 7 p.m., the September 29th game between Eastmont Football and West Valley with Grant Olson and Eric Granstrom on the call. So lots of sports action coming your way here on NCW Live Channel. 63 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Eastmont. And I cannot express in big enough words how good it would do this game to have Eastmont score just the one goal, because it would turn the last 20 minutes or last 15, 17 minutes into something to behold without a doubt.
Absolutely. These two are going to probably see each other sooner than later in the playoffs going to state. And one goal would definitely give both teams a lot to think about.
Coach?
Yeah, I think it's important that, when Eastmont keep pushing and they keep trying to get something out of the game, because like you said, anything can happen in a derby. If they get one back, then who knows what could happen in the last 15 minutes of a game.
A quick run along the left side, interrupted by Ali Rader. Pushing it upfield now for the Panthers was first Springer and then Escobedo. Escobedo cleared away now by Tess Sparks. Ball goes out of bounds, throw-in for the Panthers.
I think, with Eastmont, I think the best chances are on the break and on the counter. On transition of the ball, if they can break quickly, they've got pace on the outside, flanks, get the ball quickly to them, and then they can hit the Wenatchee back line. But to be fair to Wenatchee, they're giving them no space in front and or in behind, and it's proven difficult for the Eastmont to get back into the game.
And we were just talking about possession, and the speed of transition to be able to possess is crucial. And you just saw Wenatchee build out of their back, and they transitioned into their shape so much quicker, and they didn't have to think twice. They knew the player was going to be there, and there was one touch. They got out of their back into the middle with relative ease. Because the pace of that, and you watch Eastmont when they're trying to build out, they're really slow to find their spots and just taking time away from that counter.
Jaden Brown, quick move along the right flank for Megan Chandler, battling with her marker there. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wildcat ball.
These are really the moments here where Eastmont have got to capitalize. Corner kick. Get the big players in the box. Hopefully it's a good delivery, and we can get something on the end of it. But they've got to start taking risks, maybe put a couple of extra players in the box there and see what happens.
They got 3 back right now with one attacker. So, counter numbers up, but 2 up is a little conservative.
I would take 1 more, put them in the box. 2 versus 1, you should be able to back yourselves if the ball comes out.
66 minutes of play. There's the quick touch near the penalty spot. Cleared away by the Panthers. And it will be a throw-in for the Wildcats, Matt.
We've seen that corner kick played before from Eastmont, and they're dialing it in. It's just got to be struck with a little more force on that shot.
Simpson. Rodriguez. Into the box we go. Cleared away by Rader. That one is Maddie Smith. Taken back by the Wildcats. That wasn't quite work. Off to the races we go along the right flank and sent away out of bounds. It will be Panther ball. 2-0 lead, 66:55 on the clock. 2-0 lead for the Panthers. First goal halfway through the first half. And second goal early in the second half. Both belonging to one Jaden Griggs. Battling it over on midfield, Matt.
Just holding the ball a little bit long there, and I don't know if she's not trusting her pass, but getting that ball off her foot just a split second sooner is really going to help them possess.
Good ball into the front player, and you expect that player to hold the ball up, but offload it quickly to the oncoming flank players. As we see Maddie Chandler coming off the field.
Replacing her is number 3, Cheyenne Chang. There's The quick ball to Jaden Brown. Recovered by the Panthers. Griggs. Toth. Into the box. And before that forward can pull the trigger, the stop by Cora Fry.
That was a good play there down the left-hand side. Good combinations there from the left back and the left forward. Good ball into the box, and lucky there with the first touch bringing it down from Allison Flynn.
The Panthers recover right at midfield, not letting the Wildcats gain any ground. The shot from about 50 plus, not a major problem for Fry that time. Long kick upfield. The Panthers on the move yet again. Raider recovered by the Wildcats. Good ball. Into the box it goes. Sliding save by Amold. Collision there. Nothing malintention that I could see. It was just the run of the game sort of deal, and they both seem to be okay.
Much better play there, though, from Eastmont. That's what you're trying to do. You want to try and get the ball in behind the defense. You're trying to get the defenders running back towards their own goal. To try and get a one-on-one situation there. It was unlucky for Carissa not to get on the end of that.
That was a great run, perfectly placed ball, and a great save by the keeper.
Flag is up once again, this time indicating another substitution. Number 16, Maddie Chandler, will return to the pitch for the Eastmont Wildcats with 69:49 on the clock. So about 10 minutes and change left in this second half of play, with Wenatchee leading Eastmont 2-0. A bit of a mixer there near the center circle. Cleared away with less elan than impatience by the back line of Wenatchee. A throw-in coming for Eastmont. And the folks have stuck around here on senior night. They're still talking. They're still snacking, popcorns, and perhaps looks like hot cocoa. A quick run down the left side. This could be interesting. The shot, heart of the box, and there goes over the crossbar. A good idea, however, a good connection between, it looked like Griggs and Escobedo. And the ball goes high and over. And a goal kick for Eastmont.
Hey, I think some of those girls have played together before.
I wonder where.
The delivery by the goalkeeper doesn't quite work. On the move is Ashley Turner. Turner clearing her way a little bit. Left-footed shot, and the stop by Cora Fry.
Good little interchange there. Flynn getting back onto her left foot. Nice little drop pass there to Ariana.
71 minutes.
Eastmont still in the game. Maintaining possession a little bit better in the last 5 minutes.
Chandler and Simpson. Simpson looking to connect with Jaden Brown. Brown, shot, and the stop by Amold. She's done herself proud, the backup goalkeeper for Wenatchee in the second half.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, that last save she had, it takes a little bit of guts to come in with the striker barreling down on you, and that ball, you know you're going to take some contact.
At midfield we are now. Ariana Escobedo. Quick run along the right side. The stop. The turn. Rejected partially by Abuamu. Trying again into the box. The Panthers. Left-footed shot! And it dances past the diving Cora Fry.
Unlucky effort there from Jaden. Good play down there, the right-hand side. Looked to cross the ball, but it was nice little reverse pass into Jaden's feet. Little drop of her shoulder, and then a great shot with the left foot, just narrowly hitting the far post. Good play all around.
72 minutes, 49 seconds into this one, with Wenatchee leading Eastmont 2-0. 2-0.
And Jaden's got such a quick little turn, and she loves putting that ball on her left foot and turning and striking it. I think I've seen her score a handful of those goals this year.
Folks, don't forget that even though this is senior night, there's still season left for the Eastmont varsity girls. They play Eisenhower on the road on October 26th. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. For Wenatchee, this is their last game of the season, if they qualify for the playoffs. And of course, I'm being facetious given their record and their standing as the top team in the league. They will play at a site to be determined from October 28th to November 4th, and then starting in November 6th through the 18th at several dates. It will be the 4A state, if they're lucky enough to advance that far, at Spark Stadium in Puyallup.
Always a nice venue to play at, Starfire, for all the high school teams wishing to get there. But, for Wenatchee, they've been playing well all season. And my apologies, Spark Stadium, not Starfire. But, you'd think Wenatchee have some confidence there going into the playoff season.
Without a doubt, the way they're playing, 74 minutes, 23 seconds into this one. It is a bit of an embarrassment of riches over there. You have Sunsetchev and Sumner, you have Spark Stadium, you have the one in Shoreline where 1A play, and then you have Starfire to boot.
So many good stadiums over that side.
Into the box we go, cleared away by Wenatchee. You think we'll ever see a state championship be played on the east side of the state, folks?
Yeah. Well, if they can, probably in Spokane. I mean, they've got the stadium. Yakima has a nice facility.
Sozo,
but they don't have the bleachers, the fans, the TV capacity, stuff like that for.
But it's like anything, if the profile of the game is increasing in Eastern Washington and we're producing players and teams who can compete at that level, then the powers that be, I'm sure, will start to turn their attention towards venues in Eastern Washington in the near future.
Tri-Cities is starting to develop some stuff. You might see something down there.
Absolutely. They have a new semi-pro team over there joining the EPLWA. So soccer, enthusiasm for soccer has certainly not diminished in that area. The players do glow in the dark, but that's just a detail.
Mm-hmm.
75 minutes, 58 seconds into this one, with Wenatchee still leading Eastmont by a score of 2-0.
I think Eastmont will be relatively happy about their reaction after the second goal. No more conceded. Created a few chances going forward. Wenatchee keeping on maintaining the ball. They know they don't need to go any further. They know that they can just keep the ball, keep possession, waste a little bit of time, move the ball around, which means the defense of Eastmont is getting moved around and try and tire them out that way.
I mean, the progress is undeniable if you're Eastmont. I mean,
absolutely.
Just looking at the scoreboard, it's like, okay, we played better today.
Bodes well for the next playoff game. And a system like that helps. You've got players who can play on the wide areas, who have got pace. Looks like their back line has started a little deeper, which doesn't allow balls going in behind as much. So all-around improvements, absolutely, from Eastmont.
And when you look at this film, or you look at this tape, in a few days, you'll say to yourself, if you're Eastmont, that is, hey, you know what? We could have made a game out of this.
Absolutely.
We could have been 2-1, could have been 2-2. It's not a situation of, oh man, we got off easy. We only lost by 2.
And I think that's what Eastmont have got to take into account. They've had chances, they've played better, but they're lucky not to take those chances. So when you look back at the film, you see where you've done well, but you also see where you still need areas of improvement, which there always is in this game.
Always.
The game is always evolving, and you can take bits from anything.
77 minutes, 32 seconds into this one. Just a handful of seconds away, actually more than a handful, but half a minute away from the clock stopping. The scoreboard clock, that is. Stops at, is it at 78 that it stops?
Yep. 10 seconds from now.
10-second countdown.
Kind of an irreverent guest, this guy. I like it. Couple of substitutions happening, more likely than not to kill some clock.
Yeah, this part of the game.
Yeah.
You expect late substitutions. Kills the momentum of the game, the flow of the game, and like you said, wastes some crucial seconds.
Pushing the ball across midfield. Could be the last play of the game. Recovered quickly by Wenatchee. Whistle on it. It will be a Wenatchee ball. Parents, man, what are you going to do? Free kick for Wenatchee. A quick header on defense. Trying again was Griggs. This could be interesting with Ashley Turner. Into the box we go. Right foot, the shot, and it dances over the crossbar. It must be 3 or 4 we've seen like that, guys.
Yeah, good combination through the middle third there. Wenatchee do a great job of that. Combinations. They know they can hit the feet of Ali Flynn, and when the ball goes into, you're going to get winners into the box. Good play there. Unlucky not to get the finish.
Referee checking his watch. Trying again are the Panthers. On the right side is Ashley Turner. Marked by Tess Sparks. Turner and Sparks. Sparks and Turner. Shot to the top of the box. Into the box we go. Flag is up. Offside. None of that will count.
It should be final now.
There's the referee checking his watch once again. There's the kick. Playing it right in front of the ref. Springer. Escobedo. Megan Milner. Maggie Miller. Griggs. Across the 18. Ooh. Whistle, look, hand. The referee says play on.
That was a dangerous one. Her hand was a little extended off her body there.
Yeah. Quick on the move.
We're into the 3rd minute now. So
Simpson.
81st minute.
Brown. Recovered by the Panthers. Konarek. Griggs. That one is Springer. On the right side. Good penetration. Shot across. And the stop by Cora Fry. Referee hasn't checked his watch in a while now. Checks it again. Checks it one more time. Play continues.
I think he's liking the game opening up like this now.
Escobedo. On the flank, Valdez. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Wenatchee.
Time.
Yeah, he's added a couple minutes already.
Escobedo. Spot. Make that Escobedo once again.
And just take it to the corner or just give it a long.
And there's the whistle that says that this one goes in the books with Wenatchee defeating Eastmont 2-0. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have a full recap of the action and a whole lot more here on NCW Live Channel. Don't go away.
For all the latest news in North Central Washington, go to ncwlife.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-2020.
Welcome back to East Wenatchee, where we have just seen Eastmont and the Panthers from across the bridge battle it out, with the Panthers taking this one by a score of 2-0. Both goals courtesy of one Jaden Griggs. The first one halfway through the first half, the second one in the 8th minute of the second half. And guys, plenty of positives for both teams, regardless of the result.
Absolutely. I think, first Eastmont, again, the last result against Wenatchee wasn't a great one. They changed the system tonight. They went to a 3 at the back with 2 flank players playing pretty wide. Got some pace there in those wide areas. Defended a lot better than in the last game. Although they got beat tonight, a lot of positives from the game tonight. Unlucky not to get in the score sheet because they had a couple of chances. Wenatchee, again, played well, dominated the game possession-wise, and scored a couple of good goals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like Neil said, Eastmont was in the game. They had lots of good looks tonight. They're not overly concerned about the outcome of the game, although they'd love to beat Wenatchee. They wanted to polish off this new system going forward into playoffs. They've got one more match, I believe, and then they get into playoffs. So Eastmont, they can feel good going forward.
And Wenatchee, of course, another win under their belts to finish off a schedule that saw them win almost a dozen contests in this season. So a good night for the Eastmont Wildcats, an even better night for the Wenatchee Panthers here at Wildcat Stadium. For Matt Weisen, Neil Oyston, Mike Price, Dan Kuntz, and I'm forgetting somebody, Becca Freemuth. I'm Sebastian Moraga saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Eastmont Wildcat Soccer on the NCW Life Channel. Today's broadcast has been presented by Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge, Town Nissan, Collins Fashions, and the Walkabout Grill in Wenatchee and Leavenworth. Bringing local sports to you, we are the NCW Life Channel. Thanks for watching.